Hello, everyone. I'm Esperanza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart, St. Augustine's Church. We are still doing our sessions remotely because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and for today, we are still doing Fauvism, which makes use of those intense colors, sort of impressionist, but not really impressionist, sort of expressionist, but not really expressionist, but really with intense contrasting colors. It's um, It's a style of art by itself. And the best way to describe it, as I mentioned in the previous session, is that it's like the art of a child, full of innocence, full of color, full of creativity. Okay, and yeah, as you can see, I have been showing you this doorway. The original piece is actually this one. This is a photograph I took from the hotel we stayed in Venice last year. Okay, and this is the original color, and this is my interpretation in terms of fauvism of this particular doorway. So we are going to do this doorway. Again, you can apply fauvism in any piece. For example, I have this birds over here. We can paint these birds in the style of fauvism. And again, what we have to have would be those intense colors, really contrasting, depicting the details. However, it shouldn't be dependent on the lighting or the direction of light or the shadows. So again, it's more about color. So let's make a start. Again, before we start, I want to show you the art piece we did in class. So this is the one. Again, this is the original piece. And what we are going to do is to do the sketch based on the original piece. And I am going to color it later on, similar to the one we did in class. But, I might use a different set of colors. But again, I would be using bright colors that, but still would make the subject identifiable. Okay. Okay, before I start sketching, I want to show you the printout of the picture of the door or walkway or gateway or entryway. So, okay, because there's no actual door. The actual door, I think, has been removed. This is a very old hotel. It's beautiful, and sort of have that character. So, in this photograph, we see this and this archway here, okay, and this columns here, and then we have this light source. We will not draw this lamp. We will focus on the door, and we have the staircase, balustrade, floor. So basically, what we're focusing on our subject is this area. So I would be painting the outside, but again, I will not be doing that in detail. So now let's start with the sketch. Okay, for the sketch, what I did is to divide the paper into four vertical areas and also four horizontal areas. So in this case, I'm going to make the door slightly smaller. So I'm still going to divide the paper in a similar manner. So first area. Okay. Okay, second area. Okay, first area, second area, third area. I am not going to draw lines here on this side because we're focused mainly on the door. And the reason for these lines, reference lines, is again for references, so that we can see which items are relatively in which part of which area. Okay, now we will measure this because as I measured previously, this horizontal length is approximately 1 1/3 or 1 1/4. Let me do the measurement again. So yeah, that's 1 1/4. Um, this vertical length is 1/4 of this horizontal length. So I will do that. So again, I will start in the middle, and then I will take 1 1/4 of this, and then I will draw my guidelines. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just an approximate. So approximately 1 1/4, 1 1/5. So it actually depends, not it's not a technical drawing, so the sizes are not exactly that exact, but we still have to get the relative proportions. So in this case, the first part I would like to paint would be this lower part, where this slanted line crosses this guideline here in the middle. So I will just draw a slanted line here. And since I've already done that, I can actually remove the guidelines here at the bottom, because now it's the slanted line that would guide me. Okay, and then this next slanted line below it, like so. And then another slanted line above it. So let me just remove some of these. Bear with me. Okay, so now we've done this lower bit. We can now move on to this side. So as you can see here, the line actually goes on top of this part of the wall. So yeah, we have that. Okay, I think I had to make that a little bit more straight because it goes through this area here on top. Okay, so there, I need 1, 2. Okay, so I need a horizontal line here. So let me just erase some of the lines here on the inside to make it easier for me, so that I don't have to draw it again later on. So I now have this line parallel to this one. Well, almost parallel to that one. Let me just clean that. And then I am going to remove the lines here, the guidelines here outside. Okay. Okay. So now this has been cleaned. That has been cleaned here at the bottom as well. Okay, fantastic. Next. So here I'm going to draw another line parallel to this, which would have the shadow. Yes, this is for the shadow. And then here, now we can go to the other side. Now, on the other side, it's similar, but this line now goes over this middle part of this column or door surround. So we have to draw a line on the right. Okay, so I'm now going to erase everything on the right of the line. Let me just draw that line again. And then I am going to draw a line here on the right, parallel to this one. Or at least almost parallel to that one. And there we go. Now I need to draw another line here inside. So I'm just going to erase the guidelines right close to that horizontal line. Okay. So let me just measure that. But it doesn't really have to be exact. So it's just approximately the same as that one. But again, you didn't have to do that, but I just love measuring stuff, so I measured it. Okay, so those lines are now set. Excuse me. Now remember, this is the line here in the middle. We're now going to determine this slant here. So the slant here falls within this group of squares. So that is here in this group, and it intersects this point. So here, like so. So we have now introduced this slanted line, which actually stands for this slanted line. Oh, and the curve. Do remember, this is the top of the curve. It's not exactly touching the tip, but it's a little bit lower. So let me just lower down a bit. And then if we draw the curve, okay, so from the guideline, okay, we don't draw it on the original guideline, but the inner line parallel to it, okay. Then we pass through the curve. I think it has to be a bit rounder in a sense. Okay, I think that is much better. Okay. And now going to the other side. So on the other side, this is the original line. It would end here. So the curve would go through this one and then here. So let's do that. Let's draw that curve. And then let's remove the unnecessary lines, which is this, this, and this. And then here, oh, sorry. Okay, before I put that, I forgot something because this is 3D. So this one curves in like that. Like so. And then let me remove the guidelines here inside. So now we have this sort of three-dimensional structure Let me just turn it around to make sure I got it correctly. It doesn't look right. So I have 1, 2 looking correct, but no, this doesn't look right. Uh-huh. I see. Okay, I see. This is not correct. Because that's the challenge if it's facing the other way. It should actually be like this. And then this one. Like so. And this one inside should be a little bit here. Fantastic. Okay, let me just redo that. Just make it look a little bit cleaner so that when we paint it, it's easier. And we actually have this around already. Now, for the floor, in class, I didn't draw it, but this time I'm just going to extend the line right now. So like that. And then here, okay, I would need here to create this piece, which actually marks the end of this column. But I'm just going to draw slanted lines for the design. So I'm not going to put that much detail on it. So here, similarly, like so. Very nice. Okay, this too has to be parallel. So those two have to be parallel. Okay, now I can remove the guidelines here on this part. And I can replace it with a circle, which should be the source of light here. Okay, now let me just clean that up. And now one more thing that we have to do would be the stairs. So for the stairs, it's simple, just crosses here, okay. Touches this intersection, exceeds it slightly. And then it goes up. And it went up because okay, I want to locate the center. So the center is actually here, and I have 6 steps. So 2 more, 1. Okay, I'm gonna add it here. And then I'm going to do something similar here on this part. Okay, fantastic. So now, okay, I just do my stairs. Really simple. I just follow the intersections. And I erase the excess pencil marks. Okay, and I reinforce the drawing. And that's my first set of steps. Now I'm going to do something similar to the second set, but I have to turn it around so that I can locate where it starts. So here, extend that a bit. So there. Okay, so it starts there. And then I have to locate the how I have to check how many steps, 2, 4, 6 steps as well. I mean, you can draw 6, 5 steps. It doesn't have to be that accurate, but again, it has to depict the items within the image so that people can still identify the a different color, or it might maybe a bit stylized. It's still the same entryway with the same set of stairs. Okay, now we just, where's the last step? Okay, the last step is here, somewhere in the middle. Okay, and then I have to locate where that ends. So it ends about here. So I have to have 6 steps, 1, 2, 2, and then here. Okay. And now, yes. So, and now we just have to follow the grid lines. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more. This is our 6th. Okay. Wow. Fantastic. We now have the lines for the stairs. Now, just like what we did here, we are going to extend it a bit. Okay, so it's a little bit slanting towards the center, following this slant. Okay, and then here, okay, I need to put one more here, stretch it out here. There we go. Okay, let me just turn it around. So here we have, and then, so I just drew the railings here, and from here, okay, I will now be drawing the railings here. Oh no, this is not right, because the railings here on this side should be coming from this railings here in the corner. So here, it's slanted. Okay, I've done something wrong here, because this line should be straight, but instead it's a bit curved, so I'm going to make it straight. Like so. And then there will be designs here like that. And also here. And this is our sketch. So now it's time to paint it. Now, to paint it, I will start here with my source of light. And in the original piece we did in class, I used yellow, really bright yellow, lemon yellow. So I'm going to use lemon yellow again, similar to that. And then I use canary yellow for this inner part. So I'm going to do the same thing again, because I do love yellow. Well, that's one reason for it. Okay. And I'm doing this one dry on dry so that it can dry easily. And next, I will paint this around with burnt sienna. Wow, isn't that amazing? And now I am going to paint the shadow with burnt umber. Let me turn that one around like that. So again, burnt umber. And same here. Okay, and I think I should paint these bits as well with burnt umber. I just like it. Now, I will paint this area on top, and I will paint that just with water for now. And then I am going to add some color. The first one would be burnt sienna. So burnt sienna there, burnt sienna here. Now we're starting to have color. And then burnt sienna here. Okay. And then I will add colors to it like yellow ochre. So I'm gonna add yellow ochre here, like so. Just dropping it there. A thick splash of yellow ochre. And here as well. Oh, I still want more character to this. So I'm going to add a little bit of burnt umber. So again, a thick splash here, a thick splash there. So just mix that in this area and here. Okay. And then I will paint the bottom bit. Now for the bottom bit, again, just like the top, I'm gonna paint it with water first. Okay, let me move this a little bit. Create space for us to paint. So now this is just painting it with water. Excuse me. I think I need to drink my coffee now. Or maybe a glass of water. There we go. That's much better. So I now have this gray because of the black paint which has been diluted. And now I'm going to paint the blue on it, similar to the original. So I'm going to paint some blue. To give it character. And then we're going to try and make it look like brickworks. But a little bit, sort of. Yes, just trying to create that nice pattern. Okay, lovely. I do love the color of the floor. And I do love the direction it goes. Okay, now the walls. For the walls, I'll paint them red first. So after that base of red, I will add orange. So base of red. And then I'm gonna turn it around so I can paint this side as well. And now it's time for orange. I don't think I have orange here. I have to get one from another palette, which is this one. And I'll use the orange paint here on the smaller palettes. And then we will just drop some colors, create some pattern. And then on the other side as well. Okay, so I've now created my pattern for the walls. So I'll just leave that to dry. Now the exciting bit is painting this inner part. And I am telling you, it's really very exciting. Because for one, there's a lot of colors involved. And the first color I am going to use would be blue. Okay, how do I do this now? Ah. So for the blue paint, it's just a thin blue paint here. And then here as well. And now, okay, let me just lift the excess paint like so. And then next would be some dark green paint. I will dilute and paint here in between the blue. And yes, if they mix together a little bit, that's fine. Perfect. So now we painted the stairs. Time to paint the wall. Okay, earlier we painted it with light green, so I'm gonna paint it with light green again, like so. Again, in your own painting, you don't have to use the same colors I'm using. It would be colors you wanna use. I'm just trying to demonstrate uh, the bright colors that we use when we do art in Fauvism. So here I'm just going to use burnt umber. Oh, fantastic. Now I just need a little bit more orange, yes, or red or something for this area on the floor. Oh, nice. It's more orange over there, but it's more red over here. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more orange. Yeah, like so. Wow, we're now almost finished. What I need to do to make it similar to what I have here is actually the outline. Oh, I'm missing a piece. Excuse me. I'm missing a piece here. I'm just adding it now. Yeah, I think that would be great. So now it's time to outline. So I'm just going to outline this bit first, like so. And this bit. And then this bit, just because it's easier for me to do it this way. But again, if you find it easier doing the area, or if you want to start with at the center, you can do that as well. So I'm just outlining based on what's easier for me. And of course, I'm also considering on which part has already dried. Wow, we're doing so well and so quickly. My favorite bit is the stairs. Okay, I think we have to allow that to dry a little bit. Well, a little bit more. So for this one, okay, Mm. Wow, that's my stairs. And then now this piece here, the handles. Uh-huh. I see. So I made that mistake here on this one because I'm actually supposed to do the design over the stairs. Yeah, it's easier to do it when it's facing you instead of the viewer. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. Yes, for the finished piece, it is going to appear like this with the stairs behind uh, the balustrade. So, one more thing. Okay, perfect. No, I'm not going to paint around the light source. So this is our art piece, the one we made for this session in Fauvism. And it's similar to what we made earlier in class. Okay, this one is just dry. Again, you can use other sets of color depending on what you like. Uh, just be mindful of the difference between Fauvism and Impressionism. Again, the source of light, as you can see here, you don't really see the shadow cast. So we do see there's a light source, but we don't see the shadow cast. So we see that some areas like this are darker because of lighting. But again, you understand the difference. It's more of contrasting bright colors for Fauvism. Okay, we have two more sessions for Fauvism, and I'm looking forward to see you in the following sessions. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.